The woods were dark. It was midwinter. The air was as cold as the snow on the ground. Trees blocked the moonlight and stars. Shadows were everywhere, except for where a single lantern was held by a girl to light her way. Not many people, no one really, would go into the forest, but here she was. The glow from her lantern illuminated her face, her coat, the trees, and the snow around her, which looked blue in the darkness. The glow was comforting, but she was worried she would drop it and extinguish the only light for miles. That wouldn't be good. She shivered and tugged her hat down over her ears, then trudged on through the snow. Some time later, she stopped. The girl could see something just within her bubble of light, something large, green, and breathing. Vetter, the winter dragon. Slowly, Vetter opened one glowing, fire-colored eye, then the other. He swung his head around to study the girl in front of him, who was holding her breath, equally terrified and awestruck. The light from her lantern illuminated the dragon's nose. "Sire," Vetter said. His voice was low and rumbly. "Who might you be, little girl?" "Elin Yuskug," she replied. The dragon nodded. You seek light, I take it." "Yes. What must I do to get it?" "It's not a matter of what, but a matter of why." "Why do you seek my light, Elin Yuskug?" "Without light, people can't see. Nothing will grow. I seek light because we need it for life to go on." "I see." Vetter closed his eyes and sighed. "You fear the unknown, just like all the other humans. Don't you value darkness? A tulip needs light to grow, that much is true. But before it blooms, it is a bulb, a seed that needs darkness to become a flower." The two stood in silence as Aelin mulled this over. "Without darkness, one cannot know light's value. I have been trying, no pun intended, to enlighten humanity about this for some time." "Is that why you stole the light?" The dragon opened one fiery eye. "Yes, Aelin Yuskug. It is, though I wouldn't say I stole it, more like borrowed it until your humans came to your senses." He chuckled sadly. Aelin stared at her lantern. Vetter was right. She had been more grateful for the light while traveling through the forest in darkness than she would have been otherwise. She placed the lantern firmly in the snow and said, "Vetter the winter dragon, I'd like to make a deal. Instead of giving me light, you keep it, but let it out for half the time so there can be darkness too. That way, humans will appreciate both." The dragon held out a claw for her to shake. "Aelin Yuskog, you have yourself a deal." They shook. As Aelin made her way back through the woods, the sun rose. Beautiful colors painted the sky. She felt the sun's warmth on her back, and a different girl's head falls onto the page of the book she's reading, too tired to keep her eyes open any longer. Snow is falling outside her window. Inside, the fire is crackling, warming her back. Candles flicker. Lukewarm tea sits on a pile of books. She pulls her blanket tighter around herself and falls asleep.